Father Gabriel. And he's stronger than everybody in Negan's group, you know? But I'm not saying Negan. Of course, Negan's pretty big and bad. But as far as...
He only has a small group of guys that would even come close.
Yeah.
You know, the rest of, you know, he scares them into submission. That's all there is to it, you know?
Yeah, because when they first showed them, they showed hundreds of them, and maybe 1,000 of them, you know? And I don't think...
But they weren't fighters.
Yeah.
They were just followers.
Yeah.
So...
And that's what I think that's going to be Negan's biggest downfall in the future. And we know, you know, once you go up, there's only one way to go is down.
Yep.
But then I guess they're going to be facing, you know, I know we're not comic book readers. You know, I talk about it weekly, and you know, I want to read the comic book. You know, I got into the Preacher comic book, and Preacher comes back in June. Shout out to Preacher. I don't know if you watched it, Denise. I don't remember if we talked about it.
Oh, Preacher's awesome.
Yeah, if you're into Preacher, it's on AMC too. It's awesome. I didn't think I was gonna like it. It didn't look good to me, and I watched one episode and I was hooked.
Yeah. Yep.
So I can't wait till it comes. There's so many shows coming back in June. You know, Fear comes back on in June. Fear, the TWD. There's so many. And Fear is supposed to be really good, so I can't wait for that one. I know a lot of people got upset with Fear and they're not watching it no more, but I think it's going to be really good. Personally, for me, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. I have a hard time with that one myself, actually. Yeah. I do. I'll try. The previews look really good, so I probably will give it a try. Yeah. But you know, we'll wait and see. But
a lot of people. Sorry about that. A lot of people that I know that watch The Walking Dead, don't like Fear. But people who I know that don't watch The Walking Dead love Fear. So it's kind of weird, you know.
Well, the thing, what I understood, Fear was that it was supposed to be like a prequel.
Yeah.
Okay. To TWD. And we're supposed to eventually find out who Patient Zero is. So.
Yeah.
That's what I understood. That eventually we're going to find out where this started. You know, and who Patient Zero is. So that's why I was watching it. But then it got drawn out there for a while, and some of the characters, I'm just like, oh, kill them, please. But I'm going to give it another shot because the previews look really good. So I will watch it and see.
I think a lot of people are going to give it another shot this time around. But you got to remember, even Fear TWD was the highest rated show. In its time slot, you know. Yeah. It was the highest rated show, so it's no matter what, Fear is going to be successful. So I don't have no worries with. I think Fear is going to last a long time too because the success of The Walking Dead and then the success of the time slot that Fear is in. You know, basically in the same time slot and still beating all those other shows.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah,
still beating all the other shows. We didn't do a bunch of promo for tonight. We kind of went on at the last moment, so I know we're gonna get a lot late listeners. So make sure that you write in the chat. Make sure you write your trivia in the chat. We are putting together a Vegas package that we're working with the company on. We'll be announcing that soon. So everybody who participates in the trivia has a chance to win a Vegas package. So make sure you for everybody who does the trivia. Yeah, me and Lisa have been working with the travel company, and we're trying to put a package together.
Nice.
For somebody to go have fun in Vegas. So it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. Every time I start drinking my Dr. Pepper, I start burping while I'm on the air. Dr. Pepper, you better send us a check because you get a lot of advertising from us.
Very true. Very true.
They better start sending us a check. I'm telling you, jeez. So I don't know. I think this was an awesome podcast. I think we got pretty deep into the episode.
Yeah.
From Sunday, and I can't wait to this weekend's episode.
So I have a question. Where do you think they're going to hide the guns? And you know darn well they're not going to give them all that food. So where do you think they're going to be hiding at?
I think that there's so many places where they're at that's not even tampered with. Like if you remember the boat, I think me and you we did the podcast on that. I think that was the last podcast. Yeah. There's so many areas that they can hide stuff. Like that boat was there forever, and nobody went over there and even tried to look at it.
Yeah, but they're aware of it now.
Yeah,
so.
They're aware of it now, but I still think there's other places. I think even Tara knows a lot of places to go because, she was gone for a long time because she was pregnant. But I think that what the whole storyline to her is that she explored the farthest. She went farther than anybody has tracking for food, and ammo and water,
Yeah.
She went the furthest.
They gotta hide that food. I mean, don't take it all. You know they would. So
I think that
and the guns, but they got to be able to get to them too. So
yeah, I think there's easily hiding places that they just can't take you to Alexandria because Negan and everybody he brings in goes through everything. Yeah, and I am wrong about one of the there's a woman that has the tattoos on her neck that runs with Negan. Maybe we'll do a bio on her later, but she's probably one of Negan's toughest.
Oh yeah,
fighters.
She's a feisty one, isn't she?
Yeah. I wanted to bring her up.
What do they call her on that haircut?
I can't. I'm gonna have to look back at that one and just double check because I think she's gonna start being in more of that, more of the TV episodes.
Yeah, I think she kind of likes Eugene. I don't know.
The first time she saw him, she said, "Haircut, you like to stare?" You remember?
Yeah.
So yeah. I thought she didn't like him, but now it seems like she's leaning towards him a little more, and knowing that. I didn't get to do the podcast with you. I know you did, but one last thing I'd like to bring up is the pill form that Eugene was gonna make or did make for the young women. Was that an odd situation to even talk about or think about, or what do you think?
Oh yeah, definitely. But I think it's like he said, if I could see through what you're doing, Negan will see it too.
Yeah.
And if you go running, they said, well, we'll just tell Negan. Who do you think he goes? Who do you think they're going to believe? Me or you? So right now it's a stalemate, but I don't think he's going to get rid of the pill. He's going to hang on to them. We'll see what happens. But he saw right through what they were doing. Yeah. And he goes, if I can see through it, Negan's going to see through it. I mean, look what he did to Spencer. He knew right away what Spencer was getting at. Yeah. So, I last week I said, I think he made the right decision. It's not quite the time yet for them to do anything. But, they've been with him a whole lot longer than Eugene, and they want him gone. There's no doubt. So I think they're going to get a lot of support from inside Negan's camp eventually. Because they don't want to be there. They're submissive. That's it. It's either that or you're dead. So.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because I really thought that was that was some serious writing into a script because that was a deep scene, not just a scene, but the thought of the whole situation surrounding it. So. It was fun. Yeah. So, once again, you're live on KBLP with Ike Diaz and Denise Harris with TWD. Make sure you check us out every week, and you can listen to the podcast anytime. You can listen to us on iTunes, on iHeart, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Spreaker. There's so many locations. Spotify, I think we're on now. So make sure you check it out. It's awesome. We enjoy all our listeners, but we really would like you to write in the chat to push to comment and to also hit the follow button. That would be awesome. And the heart button. That's what everybody calls it, the heart button. Make sure you push the heart button and say you love us. So, Denise, I want to thank you tonight. Is there any shout-outs you want to do tonight?
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Zombie World, and, of course, as always, my two horror junkies. Hope you're listening out there. And thank you, our listeners tonight. Catch us next week. Thanks for listening in.
Yeah, that's cool. Also, I want to give a shout out to All Things Walking Dead with Denise, our other Denise, and then also I know every time I say Denise, it's you Denise or Denise, and I don't want to say because I can say your name good, but the other one has a Latin last name, and I don't want to mess it up. So I'll just say Denise from All Things Walking Dead. She knows who I'm talking about, and then also Hate Your Walking Dead with Julie Gepp and a bunch of our other friends that join and chat with us. So. Shout out to all you guys. I was gonna from Hate Your Walking Dead group, one of our main commenters. But I can't.
Awesome.
I wanted to give her a shout out. I'll give her a shout out next week. But anyway, shout out to Hate Your Walking Dead group and All Things Walking Dead. It's been an awesome podcast, and I thank all the listeners. And good night, Denise. And
okay. Good night, everybody. Good night, Ike.
Good night,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Good night, all the TWD fans, all the Walking Dead fans, and all the TWD podcast fans. It's awesome. We love doing this for you guys. Thank you.
I used to sing dirty raps to my East Side fans back then.
I represent for Colorado. I hold it down for rappers from Greeley to Denver to Alamosa. I represent for Colorado. I hold it down for rappers from Greeley to Denver to Alamosa. I represent for